Hi Pisces, welcome to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is going to be for the full moon on Halloween, October 31st, taking us through the next new moon on November 14th. So you can look for these energies to play out for about the next 2 weeks. Please keep in mind these are general readings, so they may not resonate for everyone. If they do, thank you so much in advance for all of your support with those likes, shares, and subscribes. It means so much to me, and I really get a sense of encouragement from you guys. With you've been great with all your support. We're going to be doing a Celtic cross spread today, which will take a look at your current situation, your near future. We'll get you some advice from Spirit, and then we'll take a peek a little bit farther out to see the most likely result based on the current energies and your current trajectory. Then we'll pull some clarifiers and we'll close out the reading with some oracle cards. All right, let's get started. What situation are we going to be talking about today for my Pisces? The Four of Needles. You're taking a pause to figure out what you think about something, to get some peace of mind and reflect. I think the world around you is a little chaotic. And so you're really like, I need my bubble. Totally. That's totally what it feels like. Your challenge right now is the Knight of Needles. So in this deck, this is Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. In this deck, the needle suit is swords. So this is the energy of wanting to charge ahead, wanting to advocate for your truth. So it's hard to do that when you're also wanting to keep an emotional distance for that peace of mind, because the Knight of Swords needs to engage with other people. The Knight of Swords is forward momentum, quickly charging ahead to share their truth with the world, to advocate for what they know is right. So I feel like this is a real internal situation going on for you so far. That this is, on the one hand, you're feeling a lot of mental destabilization when you engage with the outside world. And on the other hand, you have this desire, this inclination to advocate for what you believe is right. Let's see what you're focusing on. You're zeroing in with your intuition, but you're keeping it private. You're keeping it to yourself. You're not publicizing it. You're not flaunting it, or it's private to you. You don't need for this to be public knowledge, but you're very in tune with your higher self, with your spiritual guidance. In your recent past, we have the Queen of Candles. So you've been feeling good about yourself. That's good. You've been taking care of yourself. You've been feeling attractive. You've been feeling motivated. And you've been feeling powerful. And all indications is that others have been seeing you this way as well. But for my water signs, that fiery energy can be a lot. It can boil your essence, if so to speak. It can burn out. I don't know if that's making sense. We'll come back around to that. The energy of the environment is the King of Candles in reverse. So we've got the King and Queen of Wands out. This is a pair. So we may be talking about a love relationship in the periphery of this. I feel the center of it is really an internal thing about you. a very personal, private thing about you. So a relationship, a love relationship may or may not be part of this. The environment around you it's that out of control energy. So the King of Wands in reverse acts erratically. Can be rude, pushy, arrogant. Their passions are out of control, and it can drive them to some extreme action. The king, even in the reverse, is still powerful. He's just wielding his power in an erratic manner. So that would make sense why you would respond to that energy by staying in your bubble. It's like, I can see I'm getting nowhere in this environment. Let me take a step back, collect myself, stay cool, calm, and centered. I'm not going to get provoked by this. Because in the recent past, you were in your candle's energy. You were rising up. You were passionate. When being met with that King of Candles in the reverse energy, that can just really lead to like a escalation of even anger or fighting. So, I mean, in that regard, it's making sense. In the near future, we have more candles energy, the Seven of Candles. This is you rising up and fighting for what you believe in. So you're going to take a stand. Potentially, I mean, it's looking like this retreat into the bubble is just a temporary, like, recollecting yourself. Maybe waiting for the what's the word for that I'm looking for? The destabilization of the moment to pass. It's like there's a peak of madness going on around you, and you're like, I'm gonna wait this one out, and then I'm gonna seize my moment as soon as the tides turn. Your advice, we have the Eight of Cups, Eight of Potions in reverse. This is revisiting something that you had walked away from. There's going to be some sort of a return to something from your past. I don't have any indication yet as to what that is. But the advice is to do so. Your surprise energy, what you don't see coming, is an opportunity to bring things to completion. The universe is going to hand you an opportunity for closure. What you do with it is going to be up to you, because this is not the universe ending things. This is saying, here's the final page. You need to write the last page in the last chapter so you can finish this story. You may not be expecting to have that level of say-so, or the timing might be unexpected. We'll see what comes out in the clarifiers. It could also be the manner in which you're given this opportunity to end things or complete something is going to be like something that you hadn't anticipated. In your hopes and fears, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. So you're really hoping that someone's going to open up their heart to something more. To stop being so closed off emotionally. I have a feeling this is you were hoping this for someone else, because it doesn't fit with your situation. Like I don't get the feeling that that's you. Let's take a look at the eventual outcome. Ooh, interesting. The moon. Secrets, unknowns. A deep dive into the subconscious. Spirituality. I mean, this is also you, right? I'm getting that there's something more behind this. This is like getting a deeper level of understanding on a bigger scale. It's through this process. It's going to be much deeper than you expect. It's like you're going about your life thinking, okay, this is the reason why I'm doing this. This is my motivation. This is my story. And then at the end of it all, it's like, oh, wow, I'm digging the depths here. This is like profound. Let's get right into your clarifiers. I really want to see how this plays out. Why is the Four of Swords here? Yeah, you're wanting to take a break from the struggle. You know that you're close to, this is the Nine of Wands. You're like, I don't want to give up, but I'm close to. I'm feeling like. So let me just take a break. This is like a regrouping energy. Let's see the Knight of Needles, this desire to charge ahead. We have that fear, the Four of Cups in reverse. So charging ahead towards someone that's unreceptive to what you're trying to accomplish. I feel like you have a very specific objective in mind, and that's your main fear here, is them not being receptive to what your truth is, to what the whole reason behind your efforts. That you want to move quickly towards something because it's very meaningful to you. You really, really believe it, but it's falling on deaf ears. So you're thinking, oh, should I give up on this? Let me just take a step back. Let me get my head straight about this. Let me check in with my higher self. Yeah, tell me why this High Priestess is here. Tell me more. Because you see that there's a real opportunity here. Or you believe that there is. That there's some hidden gem. There's some diamond in the rough here. And you're really trusting that gut instinct. Tell me more about the Queen of... Oh, something flipped over. The Hanged Man in reverse. Yeah, you came out of a previous pause, and you were charging ahead. You were shining your light. You were stepping out on the stage, I want to say, in some way. But I get the sense now that it was like you go through these phases of keeping to yourself and then putting yourself out there, and then keeping to yourself and then putting yourself out there. And you may be a little weary of that back and forth, but it seems to be a pattern that's working for you. Let me see this King of Candles, King of Wands. What's this energy of the environment? Knight of Swords in the reverse. That's this challenging energy. Yeah, this is all very, very intertwined. It's one simple story here. This person that you want to charge forward and share your truth with, who's unreceptive, is acting erratically, is not receptive. It's also like speaking truth to power. It's like there's someone in charge who is acting perhaps cruelly or like lust for power. And you're trying to combat this armed with the truth. You're advocating for what you believe is right. But in the face of the unusual lengths that this king is willing to go to at the moment, it's like it's necessitating you taking action that you wouldn't normally take in order to continue the fight. So I think that's why you're taking a step back right now, because you're like, no, I have to become someone that's not myself. I have to rush things, or I have to act in a way that's not totally aligned with my truth because of the way that this guy is acting, or this person in power, or this organization in power. It's like they're changing the rules. The rules of the game have become to like lie, cheat, and steal. And that's completely unaligned with your methods. And you're recognizing that because it turns you upside down. You're trying to speak to their emotions, and they're not hearing you. So it's like you're checking in with your higher self, you're regrouping. Let's take a look at the near future. Tell me more about this 7 of Candles. It's going to bring things, you're going to be feeling more balanced. It's going to bring things into balance as well. After this round of rejuvenation, recharging, getting yourself centered again, refocused, you're going to be able to juggle everything that you need to. You're going to be able to handle everything that you need to in order to defend your position passionately in a way that you have the high ground and you know it, and you use that to your advantage. And you're not shying away from the fight in this stand. You're taking a stand armed with, like, you are in the right. Clarifying the advice with this 8 of Cups in reverse. Sorry, the 8 of Cups in reverse is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. This is... Okay. Spirit is saying, remember a lesson that you've learned in the past. There's something that you're forgetting at the moment. Some piece of advice, some nugget of wisdom, some strategy. Could be through an experience that you had or advice that you received, but it's something tucked away somewhere in the recesses of your mind. And Spirit is saying, it's, I have a feeling it's a ways back. It's not recent. It's something that used to be a nugget of wisdom that was, you were you had learned this piece of information and you were armed with it and you used it regularly. But at some point, wasn't that strategy or that knowledge was less central for you. You moved on from that. You progressed beyond it. And rightfully so, you were supposed to. So what Spirit is suggesting here as your advice is retrace your steps. Remember this lesson that you learned that was so valuable to you in seasons past. Something about that is going to be useful to you to resurrect that knowledge and arm yourself with that wisdom, maybe a strategy that you can use or employ again in a new, fresh way with this current situation. It's very much like remember that one time. It's like you're going to have this moment where you remember, oh gosh, this one time there was something kind of similar where I used this strategy and it totally worked. Excuse me. Let's take a look at the world. Okay. This surprising opportunity is gonna come in out of the blue, out of nowhere. It's gonna come in like a lightning bolt. It's gonna be a little shocking. It's gonna take you off guard. And it's going to clear away all the obstacles for you to be able to focus on this blank page, which represents the last page of the story that you're currently in. That you, as the main character, are currently acting out this last page of the story. And suddenly, out of nowhere, unexpectedly, you're going to be kind of pulled by the collar by the universe and saying, no, here, stop what you're doing. This is an opportunity to bring this full circle. Your big, what's the theatrical reference? It's like the showstopper or your big moment. It's here. It's now. You're gonna, something that's been a long time coming is going to, like divine intervention, you're going to be hit with an opportunity. Now, it's not going to be handed to you on a silver platter. Like I said, you're going to need to write the last chapter, or the last page at least, so to speak. But the opportunity to do so is in the cards. The hopes and fears, your 4 of Cups in reverse, we have the 6 of Cups. You want things to be copacetic. You want things to be simpler. You don't like the way things have become. You see the potential for things to be so much more based on kindness, honesty, purity, sweetness. And I feel like that's part of your appeal to whatever your adversary is in this situation. I don't want to dissuade you from that. You need to listen to your instincts here. I mean, you have a very pure hope here. One thing that I will say, however, is that the 6 of Cups can be wearing the rose-tinted glasses. Always seeing the best in the situation to a fault, like not seeing things clearly, not seeing the potential of the situation clearly, and just like giving people too much credit. So that's a possibility here. Okay, now I've got to know about this moon. Oh, the King of Cups. This is depths of emotion. This is a newfound emotional depth in this powerful person. If this is you, then you're going to have some really deep realizations about yourself and how powerful you are and how you can utilize your strong emotional core as an asset of power. You know how I was kind of like giving you the downside of the Six of Cups? It's like vulnerability isn't always a weakness. It's like true, like okay, I don't know a short way to say it, but the vulnerability can be an asset. Vulnerability can be a strength, and the King of Cups knows that. The King of Cups knows the more in tune you are with your own emotions, the more powerful you are to act in accordance with them. If this represents someone else, then there's going to be perhaps a secret, some element of your personality, or your, like, through your spiritual side, you're going to perhaps attract in a partner who resonates with you on an emotional level because of this new depth of emotion that you reach within yourself. One thing that I really love is that this is a full moon reading, and we have like the moon. So this could just be about timing. If I really want to, like, because I feel like on the face of it, this is I want to say a simple reading. Like, it's a straightforward, that's what I want to say. This is a straightforward reading. It's not like leading us in a lot of directions. It's pretty clear cut. So a simpler explanation would be that this is saying this is going to be resolved today, or like during this moon phase, during this period of, when the full moon leads into the new moon. All right, let's move into your oracle cards. First up, we're going to get you an affirmator. This is just an affirmation. That's the name of the deck. What affirmation can I give to my Pisces, please? We have clarity. Stopping to listen to my inner self, I can easily separate my intuition from my mental chatter. The clarity of my intuition is a sweet, simple fruit that tastes familiar, and the mental chatter is a confusing, bitter rind that I shall peel off and chuck into the garbage or compost heap if your mental chatter happens to be organic. This fits really nicely with what we were talking about. The energy around you is chaotic, and you can really just, reel it in and listen to your inner self. Next up, we're going to get you a Power of Surrender oracle card. This is what you can release in order to better work with the energies available to you. This says, surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. So if this King of Wands energy is someone that you've been pursuing romantically, I'm going to unequivocally advise you to go in another direction, because that's not a positive energy for a romance. I mean, if this is the energy of the environment, just saying the environment around you is chaotic, that's one thing. But if this person is representing that energy, Yeah, run for the hills. Go in a different direction. Next, we'll get you a Fear Nothing deck. This is how you can banish fear. You will get through this. Spirit's on your side. Okay, and last but not least, my dear Pisces, we're going to get you a Making Magic card. This is a magical incantation to support you through this situation. We have perseverance, the motivation to keep going despite the odds. Love it. Okay, you guys, this has been your reading. I hope it's helped. If it did, please let me know with a like, share, subscribe. Thank you again for all your support. If you would like to get more personal reading, I do offer personal readings. I have some time slots available in November and December, so take a look at my contact information in the description box below. You can reach out for some more information. What else? I have some merchandise available. If you're looking for spiritually minded or high vibrational merchandise, check that out. I'd love to hear your feedback and see what you think of those designs. I definitely want to continue with new designs with you guys in mind, so your feedback is really important to me. Aside from that, I'll be back again for the next round of videos for the new moon on November 14th, so look for the next set of videos to come out on the 14th or maybe the day before. And then until then, take care, have a happy Halloween. I hope you guys have fun and stay safe, and I will see you next time. Bye!